Now, the Israeli army is conducting daily ground operations in Gaza. They claim that troops are targeting various Hamas locations in the Strip as they continue to look for hostages in the tunnels. Our correspondent Jody Cohen visited an IDF base in Zalem near the Gaza border, where she talked about the Israeli Defense Forces operations with personnel on ground. Listen to this.
Israeli soldiers are conducting operations at buildings surrounded by rubble. So I'm at the Zalem army base. This is about 30 kilometers from the border with Gaza. It's the largest army training facility in the whole of Israel. But right now, they're not dealing with training at this camp. Right now, the soldiers go from here into the Gaza Strip. And then when they finish their mission, they go from the Gaza Strip back to this base here. Israel says its troops are targeting various Hamas positions in Gaza and not civilians. Israeli Defense Forces claim during ground operations that troops are uncovering various Hamas tunnel shafts. Lieutenant Colonel Daniel, can you describe to us your responsibilities on the 7th of October?
Yes, on October the 7th, I took a few ambulances, eventually 18 ambulances beneath my command, with over 150 paramedics, doctors, nurses, and medics, and we were doing everything we can to save life. We treated patients, civilians, and soldiers alike from everything that happened in the massacre that Hamas conducted.
Several people are trapped inside Gaza's Al-Shifa Hospital, where Israeli forces have encircled the premises. Israel says the hospital sits on top of tunnels housing Hamas's largest command centre. Israel, the EU and US have all alleged that Hamas is using patients there as human shields. So what would you say to accusations that Israel has been, or perhaps had been, deliberately firing rockets at hospitals in Gaza?
And I will unequivocally state once again, we are not targeting hospitals or ambulances. Just the other day, 2 days ago, next to Al-Quds Hospital, a terrorist was found with an RPG. He shot at our forces and we returned fire at him. He was next to the hospital. He wasn't in the hospital, yet some of his comrades went right into the hospital with their weapons as well.
Since the war started, analysts have said that one of the major challenges for Israeli troops are the tunnels. Hamas terrorists have been using these tunnels to operate even before the conflict, and they've been described as one of the strongest advantages for Hamas against Israel. The rockets are continuing to be fired by Hamas in Gaza, although at a slower rate than previously. And a rocket has hit the city of Ashkelon, just down the road from where I'm standing here, injuring 2 people. The Israel Defense Forces say they have significantly degraded the combat capabilities of 10 of Hamas's 12 battalions in northern Gaza. And Israeli soldiers were photographed in a Hamas headquarters in Gaza. With rockets now being fired almost daily from Hezbollah in Lebanon into Israel, there is now concern that the fighting could spread to the northern front. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.